Hi. How are you? Hi, how are you? Sorry I ended so abruptly over there. I just ran out of church and I thought, well, I'll come over here, but I had to do my cat's kitty litter first. So, you know how life is. But anyways, I'll start my coloring in a few minutes. Just grab a seat and start doing your own thingamajig. Okay. I'm just writing a little bit in chat there. Just, hello. Okay. It always says when I'm over here that my connection isn't all that good. I don't know what it is, but because um and okay. And like I said, like if things get moving along, well, just enjoy yourselves, okay? My cat is running around, so if you hear a little mini elephant, that's what it is. My cat. I'm glad he's getting some of his energy out right now. Anyways, at least, and like if he gets it out now, he won't be so apt to be running around later on. Um, okay, and there's what I've done so far, as you know. I always imagine it's the same person here. So if it's not, well then, hi. I mean, I'd say hi to the same person, but you I think the cat likes the snow actually. Why? I don't know. I don't understand that. But I think it's he likes the way it flows down. I think the snow actually is over with. No, I can still see some movement out there. He's watching the neighbors now. He's a nosy little cat. You would think, though, that that contraption thing that my husband got for me wouldn't necessarily make it really heavy for the phone to be on there. Like if the phone was charged up, like when I was on the computer, although it seems to make for watching for this or something. I think it would be okay. I'll have to play with it more in the new year. It's like I'll probably get it so that it works out all right, and then I won't be able to stream it properly or something. Hmm. Things never go right for me. Okay. Okay, now um, see, like now I can't even remember what platform I was on when I was asking those questions. Um, about whether you've ever been kicked out of a bar or not. And I said that I hadn't. I'd never been really kicked out of a bar. I haven't even been asked my ID. I have such an innocent bit of faith, when I was going to this one hotel, when I drank, I also was dating the bartender, so that's or one of the bartenders, so that sort of um, nipped it in the bud a little bit. and also made it so that they knew that I was of age to drink. But I wouldn't have gone in the bar anyways. When I was too young to be drinking. I went to other people's houses and had drinks when I was too young to be drinking. But that's another story for a whole other stream. And I don't even know if I'm going to share that one. And no, I just kind of didn't. I know somebody's out there saying, you just kind of did. But no, I kind of didn't. Okay, so it's 12. Oh, Angela, stop that. You'd think after this amount of time that you'd been doing this, that you'd realize that that was a clock. That how long you were on, not what time it actually is. I need a moderator to tell me that. This is exactly how long you've been on. How long, or what time it actually is. It's only how long you've been on. Okay, so so I wonder. Whoops. Okay, so Yeah, I think it was over here I was asking these questions. So I'm not going to ask these questions over here again. Because I can remember now that I think about it, I can remember out saying something about, okay, I've done these questions now. I'm going to color. Yeah, I can remember doing that now. But I didn't ask the question that I just asked. I think I'm having a touch of burnout, so soon gotta do something about that. 'Cause I don't know what happens to people who have burnout, whether they just all of a sudden just don't um, want to turn on their computers anymore, or just don't stream anymore, or what. I have no idea because it hasn't gone that far yet, but I don't know. Like, I've done an awful lot of streaming. I feel like there's an awful lot of deer that come to my stream. You know what I mean? Well, this is a pretty color. Oh yeah, of course it is. Pretty color. Okay, here it comes. Yeah, I'll show it this 4 different times because otherwise you're not really seeing all the whole picture. I was saying one time in one of my other videos about how once you get, or I liked it going to grandma's house and stuff like that. And once you graduated from the kids' table to like at Christmas time and stuff like that, because once you graduated from the kids' table to the adult table, and it was almost like um, well, almost like going from high school or from grade school to high school because you um get, get I don't know, you weren't little anymore, you were so big. Yeah, it was a big deal to me anyways. Maybe it wasn't to other people, I don't know. I think the reason it was a big deal to me was because you were otherwise you were still with people who kicked the table and spilt food and things like that. So moving to the other table was a lot nicer. They didn't do that. At least not to my knowledge. Maybe I was just so busy eating and I didn't realize that. I don't know. I guess that could have been a possibility. Okay, I'm using blue right now to go with the orange ball. If I hold it up like this, you see that I'm not sleeping or anything. Not like usual. Pretty soon, though, it's time for me to have something to eat. Whoops. Out. They should make cushions for these little chairs. I think they do. I think they make them, but they're so bulky. I think for the one house that we lived in, I think we did have cushions. This is going back quite a few years, but I think we did. And then I think that we slowly got rid of them because they were, um, I told Jeffrey, I said, I don't think that these are the best kind of cushions kind of get. They're a little too bulky, and I said, it makes them uncomfortable to be sitting on. He goes like, how can cushions be uncomfortable to sit on? I go, well, they are. Believe me. I say, and I have a cushiony butt. I don't seem to have now. Although you would kind of think so, but I don't. Either that or else it gets sore a lot more easy. One of the two. One out of the two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16. Okay, I'll take a break from this. Stretch a little bit. I think that I was going to say, my thing that I put more stuff on. There. Okay. It's not. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. See, I can't even remember now what time I said I was going to go to. So, anyways, 4:50. No, it's not. It's 20 to 10. But it's just you in here, right? So, And it seems to be getting colder. Colder and colder and colder and colder and colder and colder. I don't know why it does. Why it's colder so much. Well, I do know, because it's winter time. In wintertime, it seems to get cold, right? So that's probably why it's a lot colder. Hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm looking for a story out of the soup or kitchen. Here we met out of the chicken soup soul for the soul book. So I was just looking for um a story to read until, and then I thought, well, that would make it or bring it closer to 10 o'clock, and then I could close the stream. I'll probably find one in here. It's like, okay. Well, this was appropriate for today, anyways. Why monks sit in the snow? My 6-year-old son and his friends had just left the dining room where I am writing. The boys were wearing black sweatpants and black turtlenecks that they had pulled from Ryan's dresser. They cinched the pants at the waist belts, through which they had slipped wooden swords. They and then they crept up on me. When I looked up from my computer, they ran squealing from the room. This stunt was repeated about 10 times in 8 minutes. Repetition did nothing to diminish the hilarity for the two boys or increase it for me. The pirate spy routine had been preceded by attempts to go or to pogo in the family room, in inline skate in the kitchen, dribble a basketball down the stairs, burp in the kitchen in their names. My son had shown genius in this area and play catch in the stairwell. I took away the pogo stick, put the skates outside, stored the basketball in the closet, told the boys I'd heard enough bumping for one day, and guided the game of catch into the driveway. Still, ahead of the friend's anguished departure, subtracted homework, spelling flashcards, dinner dishes, books, and Pokey meandered into bed. During this time I had finished my column. 2 days earlier I had dinner with a friend who was in town on business from Los Angeles. I drove into the city early so that we could catch up. This ended up mocking 3-year-old or walking through the shops around Union Square. She has a 3-year-old boy and a baby due in 3 months. At the Banana Republic, she ran her hands over a soft throw blanket. "Oh, isn't this wonderful?" she asked. She found a comforter. "Look at this." And she said, sakes. She found a flannel nightshirt. "Feel this," she said. I looked down at her. "Do you realize everything you look at has to do with sleep?" Once time Once upon a time, her shopping taste ran spiked heels and mini skirts. She laughed. "When do I get up in the morning?" She said, when I get up in the morning, all I think about is how many hours until I can get back in." And when the next night I sat in a darkened room at the Zen retreat not far from my house. The room was packed with people who came in to meditate and then listen on a lecture on spirituality. The teachers mentioned how he had traveled to Asia as a young man to learn the ways of the monks. He sat in the snowy forest for days with little food, drink, or sleep. He sat like a yogi on the banks of the Ganges River for 20 hours at a stretch, though his legs burned with pain and his eyes longed for rest. He explained that his effort of his mind to overcome the privation and distractions took him to higher states of clear reality and vision and taught him patience. I was thinking about this, and about my LA friend as my son and his pals staged a war fight in the hallway. The connections of the last few days had begun to fall into place. I thought about the repeat reminders and evaluations we parents deliver through the day, the noise and the lack of sleep, and the long waits for our children to get dressed, clean his room, or get out of the car. "Come on, we're going to the store now." "Put the soccer ball down." "No, we can't take the dog." "What are you doing?" "That cookie's probably been under that seat for a month." "Come on, now, I mean it. Don't worry about that cookie. I'll throw it out in the store. Let's go." "Come on." The only thing children do quickly are go to the bathroom, eat dessert, open gifts, and climb fences separating playgrounds and or from deadly highways. Suddenly it clicked. I understood why monks must sit in the snow on the banks of the Ganges. They don't have children. It occurred to me that in my search for self-improvement and spirituality, I must, every time I need my own home, or I needed in my own home, every parent does, there are long, painful nights. We sit without moving because one twitch might wake the potentially very loud baby in our arms. There is an excruciating mind and muscle control to stifle a smile when our child earnestly tells us he didn't pick up his toys because he got hit with a ball at school and suffered brain damage. There are tests of concentration when we're talking to a client on the phone when your child appears in the doorway in nothing but boots and a gun belt and acts out. The final scene from High Noon. There are years on ends of getting to sleep after midnight because only when the child's asleep and the phone isn't ringing can you get your chores finished. Then you're up at 6 to make lunches and get breakfast and shuttle them to school before you go, bleary-eyed to work. Religious students travel the globe to find tests of will, patience, deterioration, and selflessness. Parents live them every day, and anyone looking for a mysterious, contradictory, and fulfilling religion couldn't do much better than children rearing. All the components there are rituals, generosity, pendants, guilt, and deprived prayer, all punctuated by moments of transcendent clarity and unmatched joy. I'm just thinking out loud here, but I'm wondering if we should get a tax-exempt status. And that was written by Joan Ryan. That was cute. But actually, what did that do with monks? Except for the fact that to be a parent, you have to have patience. Anyways, it is getting close to 10 o'clock now. And I feel better about ending my stream on this note. Show the picture one more time. So like that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you for coming in. Hope you have a nice week. And we'll probably see you a little bit later on. Okay? Goodbye. Adios, amigo.